Hello, everybody, and welcome to Swindler's Den in this week's session of Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frostmaiden. We're back. Is this session 40 already?
Yeah.
Holy buckets.
On the subject, there might have been some confusion on titles. I'm not sure, especially on the Patreon. You guys might have, if you download your episodes, you might have two Rime 38s. I'm not entirely sure if it got changed to 39 in time or not, so just a heads up.
Heck. But yeah, we're here with session 40 of Rime of the Frostmaiden. And, let's introduce our players today. Let's not do the way I've been doing it. Oh, are you ready for this?
Oh,
I'm ready for this.
Do the old dirty cookie.
Dyto is here.
Hello. This is weird.
Always ready for the curveball, baby.
Oh goodness. No, not ready for the curveball. Hi, I'm Dyto. You can find me on Twitter at Dyto11. I'm here tonight. I think maybe I'm really confused now. But I play a lot of TTRPGs in a lot of places. I'm over on Party Wipe twice a week. And I will be over on the Lost Caravan doing a D&D one-shot at 7th of this month. And then on the 21st, I'm going to be playing some Cult. So if you like horror and you like Icewind Dale, you're going to like some Cult.
Ooh. Speaking of liking horror and Icewind Dale, we got Grizlocke.
Ooh, hello, I'm Grizlocke. You can find me on YouTube under the same name and here on Sundays and Wednesdays. How's it going, everybody? I'll be playing Orlin the Half-Orc Wizard today.
Speaking of, I forgot all the words he said before, the things that weren't relevant to be able to draw to somebody else. We have Dr. Phage.
Hello, I'm Dr. Phage, and I'm playing your resident bisexual Dragonborn cleric, Liliana. Happy Pride, everyone.
Oh.
Those are the dice I'm using tonight, so.
Speaking of dice we're using tonight, we have TommieTaco.
Using all the terrible dice. Nat ones for days, baby. Literally, I rolled a nat one on the first die I rolled tonight, so that's fun. Yeah, TommieTaco. I'll play Zavros, the whiny half-elf ranger that just doesn't want to be here anymore. He's tired of it. That's a big die. Yeah. What's up? You can find me in those dreamy eyes of Grizlocke's.
They constantly, if you stare into them, the reflection of Tommy is just there.
I'm just always watching.
Speaking of always watching, we have Bumbleskum.
Hey, it's your boy Bumbleskum. I'm here, I'm sitting, I'm playing, I'm sipping. That's right, if you want to hang out with a cool guy like me, you can always find me on the Twitter at Bumbleskum with a K, or you can check out my actual play podcast. We've already done 3 episodes of it that are out that you can hear, at least. We've done more in a backlog. At IDL_RPGS on the Twitter. It is a campaign called Gluttony and Earth. It's kind of like Hunter x Hunter meets Final Fantasy, and it's player driven, so I have fun.
Yo, are there chocobos in that?
Not yet,
Oh.
but there can be. It's very player driven. The players have a lot of control over.
Hey, players, add chocobos.
I don't want any.
Oh,
Oh yeah, Dr. Phage and Baka are both in.
at least add cactuars.
So last time on Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frostmaiden, our group had finished their trials of the Ice Maiden to get into the vault where the codicil of the White supposedly was. They made their way inside and saw the tenets that they had gone through for the trials chiseled into ice plaques in the room prior to the vault, where they entered and they found another door that they didn't want to go through because the thing that they'd been searching for was already in front of them. The codicil of the White was there. After a little bit of deliberation, they just smacked it off the podium and picked it up, and nothing bad happened. Then they got together and came up with a plan of, as long as we're here, we might as well fight the goddess of winter's wrath. It's probably for the better if we do it now. So they head upstairs to find Ariel, who was waiting for them in her chambers where a long and strenuous fight began, where they chased her around the room and she chased others around the room, going through 3 different forms as she did so, until eventually she cut her losses and teleported to the roof where her rock was waiting to fly her away to who knows where. But as our group went up there to try and chase her down, they began to sift through the rock's nest, finding a bunch of treasures, as well as Orlin was moving some of the branches out of this 30-foot wide nest, he saw the glint of what turned out to be a 5-foot tall dragon's egg, which he is now holding as we re-enter the story.
Oh, shit. I found something.
Is that a dragon egg?
I believe so.
Is it in fact a dragon egg?
If you'd like to roll a nature check.
I'll help him.
Okay.
Oh, I'm on that meter.
You have disadvantage, I believe, because you're
Oh, so
exhausted.
flat?
Yeah.
Yeah, so flat. So, okay, then I'll just take that one.
Are
Um,
Heinlein and Felicity still blind?
You are coming out of your blindness at this point.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. I was like, I know I was still downstairs, and I know I was like struggling to get up there, but I'm like, I have no idea why.
Got
I was
a
blind.
19.
What was that? 19. 19. Yes, you can tell by just the sheer size of it that it is a dragon's egg, and you can tell. I kind of described it strangely last time, but it like has flat sides to it, not like 4 flat sides, like multiple, almost like it's made of polygons. Is what I should have said instead of pixelated. From things you've seen, like you've looked over Orlin's shoulder when he's been looking through his books, and you can assume this is a silver dragon egg.
Well, then does this look like a silver dragon egg to you?
Yes, I believe so. Who knows what horror she was planning with this. But I'm glad we have it now.
What do we have? She's kind of rubbing her eyes a little bit.
Silver dragon egg, it would appear.
How did a silver dragon egg end up here?
She probably stole it. Liliana, your dragon friend. You don't think that perhaps it could be hers?
No. I don't believe it would be, and I don't know how kindly Avantaris would look upon a silver dragon egg.
Is Avantaris not silver dragon? Oh, it's a white dragon. I'm
White
sorry,
dragon.
I completely forgot. Sorry.
The evil kind.
She seems to have tempered in her old age, but I don't know if she would be able to get over that large of a difference.
Right, yes, sorry. My mind was slipped. I was picturing the color white when I said silver. Mind fog from the tiredness.
It's been a long couple of days.
So, question, you're Silver Dragonborn, right?
Yes.
So, Olin,
It's one of
you see what color
yours?
she is.
Yes, Zavros, I get it. I get it.
Felicity's gonna get up closer to the egg. Does it look like it's close to hatching, or does it have time?
Roll me a
I don't-
nature check.
I don't want to be in this nest if it's gonna hatch in like 2 minutes.
Can I assist her
nature.
with that?
You can, yes.
Great, because
Why,
Liliana would
we-
be curious as well.
We could train it.
These aren't
15.
simple beasts.
With a 15, and you're like listening to it and feeling, and Liliana's offering her assistance as well. It's close. It's not like it's gonna hatch right now close, but it's close. You can feel it, like you can feel as you put your hand to it, and as you listen, you feel the offspring inside moving a lot more than usual.
Friends, it's almost ready to hatch.
When you say almost,
I mean that if you put your hand on the shell, you can feel it moving inside.
All right, we should probably
be a-
decide quickly what to do with this.
Put it in your bag. We'll take it back. We'll take it to the inn. I'm whispering this to you.
Liliana, remember when... Do we ever find a way to dispel the magic of, Black Rock?
We had some theories that we have not put into place yet.
Right,
However, I mean, we have greater abilities than when we first got it, so we may have more options.
well, I may have held on to a shard, in hopes we would better understand it someday.
Yes, I believe I gave you several so that we could investigate it later.
Don't know if it's good if the shard only interacts with a newborn dragon, if it contains demonic energies and souls.
Probably not.
Do we
Also,
Better...
if it is in the bag, how does that affect things that are alive?
shard
That
of
is the curious case of the DM right there.
No, as if
What?
this egg were to hatch inside of the
Oh,
bag.
it would die.
Oh, yes, it would eventually run out of oxygen. But it could
Great,
be, if we do not believe that we could tame it, would be an easy way of dealing with it.
Why are we speaking of taming the dragon at all?
I think at this point, Heinlein finally gets up the stairs. Because he is in full armor. And was blind for a while.
It could be a powerful ally, if
Yes,
we were
would you
able
speak
to.
of taming a person?
No,
I think all in wood.
no.
Then perhaps we can work with this dragon once it grows older.
Of course, sorry, wrong choice of words. Well, so we can't. Perhaps we should just leave it here then. It's going to die in the bag of holding once it hatches. So we're not going to carry this thing around everywhere.
I'm not leaving this egg here.
We could take it, and if we leave with it, we could definitely just keep it at the inn.
What if it hatches while we're gone? How big is a worm?
I mean, when it hatches, it can't be any bigger than 5 feet. It's a 5-foot egg.
Curled up.
Let's keep it in a ball.
What about that place we stayed?
Yes.
In the woods,
The two.
away from people. It was close enough to town for travel, but not close enough.
For anyone to wander out there.
Can I see what I know about, like, young dragons? Because Heinlein getting into this conversation and hearing them, like, decide, he personally thinks, like, what does any one of us know about raising a dragon?
Yeah.
So I just want to know if I could see if I knew anything.
Okay.
What do you want me to roll? What do you want me to add to it?
Nature.
nature. I got a 15.
On a 15. Well, like, what are you looking for specifically when
Well,
trying to figure
because
out what you're
they're
wondering?
talking about like what to do with this egg, and in my head, I'm thinking like, say we bring this dragon egg somewhere,
Mhm.
and it hatches. Then what? What are we like? What does any of us know? Like, what to do with this egg that isn't going to like? Is this dragon going to be self-sufficient by instinct? How smart is he when he hatches?
It's like hatching a toddler. Yeah,
It's
so
like
like
hatching a toddler,
it needs help. It can't
Yeah.
just be on its own. Well, it could figure it out on its own, but if you're bringing it to the 10 towns, it's gonna get itself in trouble, or somebody's gonna want it. Yeah, it's like having a toddler that like it could just go and eat rats and whatever for a while and figure it out, but again, it's in a civilized area at that point.
But I definitely have to agree with Sister Liliana. I think she was planning on writing it.
If I had to guess, she was probably using it, hoping that she could use it to take out that big white dragon. Have it take over the territory instead, protect it from powerful outsiders. Because right now she doesn't have as much control as she'd like with that dragon roaming around, I bet.
It would take quite some time for this dragon to become as powerful as that of Avantarais. But
Call
their
it a
forces
1,000-year
together,
plan.
perhaps.
But even as a baby, it could help her terrorize the 10 towns, causing even more fear.
I know these dragons, from what I've read, they seem to be more noble in nature. These metal dragons. But I think you might be risking its life no matter what you do here. It's gonna need help when it hatches.
Yes.
I think the mercy might be just letting the egg crush before it hatches.
I have a separate solution. We may not be able to watch over this, but our Goliath friends were on their way to meet us. Perhaps they could take it with them when they go back to their tribe, and it could be raised and looked after there.
I'm wondering, have they not already gone back? It's been days since we've been here and we haven't seen them. I'd say we can assume they came here and they left because nothing was here.
Either way, we could send them a message. Just tell them we found a dragon egg. We think it's best if it is raised somewhere away from society, somewhere safe with them.
I was going to suggest the same thing, because we're not talking about a matter of hours of this egg hatching. From what you've said, we should at least have a few days before it hatches, if not longer.
Could be, yes. Could be days. Could be a month. But I don't think it's gonna happen today or tomorrow.
And the spine of the world would certainly be, especially under the protection, guidance of the Goliath tribes, would be a safe place for this dragon to learn how to hunt and survive on its own. Safer than letting it unattended in the 10 towns.
Are we in agreement?
I believe so. I agree.
As long as it lives, I agree.
As long as you guys have yourself a plan for it, then whatever.
So perhaps I put it in the bag now until we get to our sled, and then we put it on the sled?
Don't want it to go into the bag when we don't know when it's going to hatch.
You could try checking on it every... yes.
In minutes?
Will it even? She
Carry
looks
the
at.
bag.
Does it even? Would it even be able to fit in the bag?
It'd be able to fit in the bag, yeah.
We could just... Yeah, if you think you can carry it, then... We don't have many choices.
I'm assuming I can. I can carry up to 210 pounds.
Yes, it wouldn't be easy going, especially with how far you have to travel. But it's doable. It would slow you guys down quite a bit.
Can I take a better look at this to see how long I think we have? I haven't rolled anything on it yet.
Yeah, if you want to do a nature check.
Disadvantage anyways, but I got a really high... Well, a decent nature, not really high, but...
Help you.
Can I assist again?
Yeah. I'll allow that.
Okay, yes.
Make it flat.
Never mind. It's a 9.
Yeah, you're not sure. Like Felicity said, it could be anywhere from days to a month or even more.
Any solutions?
Let it go live with the chewingus.
That was an option I was gonna give. The tomb, my cave, not that far.
It comes out and
From where
starts
we're gonna
eating their
drop off.
asses.
Or the Goliaths. It's also away from modern civilization.
Send
they're
that
hunting.
egg off to Wormdoom Crag.
It's being raised around people would probably help form a bond. You know. Is there any way we could get a sled up here? Do we have a sled?
Not until we get back the other side of the sea. I can help move it a couple of times.
Are there any large chunks of wood? You did say furniture downstairs was completely
There's a lot of
destroyed.
broken furniture downstairs.
I have some rope.
Hmm.
Can I fashion something like a sled?
I'm an artificer. I should be good at that.
I think between the two of you could figure something out, yeah.
Sweet.
Because I have woodcarver's tools and tinker's tools.
Obviously,
so-
it's not going to really work around steps that well.
Yeah, like it would do the job where it's not going to slow you down like as much as just carrying the egg would.
I can also use enhance ability on myself to increase how much I can pull and carry each day as for a while to speed our purposes throughout some of the day.
I could help with that too.
Lynn, don't you also have that little floating disc thing that we all, you and I climbed on, and
yes.
then we fell 300 feet and died?
You know, I felt like that spell was pretty useless, but perhaps we may get some use out of it.
It's like a magic sled that we can cast for free.
Yeah, the
We
floating
gotta
disc
hit
would
this
be
floating
much
disc
more
and
useful.
go out. Okay, you both drop. It's like, what?
Would be much, yeah, because like carrying the egg is like essentially carrying a 5-foot tall child, if not a little bit more, or as opposed to putting on a sled, which would be easier, as opposed to putting on a floating disc, would be very easy.
Yes, the disc will last about an hour so we can travel, but I'll have to recast it every hour. But, good solutions, Avros. Again, very
We're
tired.
finally getting a use out of that spell.
I will begin casting Tensor's floating disc.
What else was in the nest? Just the egg?
You guys had found a bunch of treasure as well,
Yes.
which I can read again if you need.
We have a harp worth 750 gold, an electrum chain worth 250 gold, and a locked chest.
That's the other thing. the
Oh,
lock
locked chest.
Oh,
That's
yes.
cool.
I do have knock. prepared today too. If we need to unlock it, I don't know if it's unlocked already or not.
He
I
just
think
said it
it's
was
locked. It's like a padlock or something that's on it. So is the lock pickable?
You can try. It'd be a dexterity check with your proficiency if
Can I use
you
my
are proficient at these
tools?
tools. Yep, that's what you use
Yeah.
proficiency for.
I'm an expert in thieves' tools.
It would be a disadvantage.
That sucks. Hey, Felicity,
Hmm,
how
Yes.
tired do you feel?
I feel pretty spry for an old cat.
You want to try opening this? Like, I've got a plus 11 or a plus fucking 7 and all that shit, but I'm not risking flat rolls. Fuck that.
So yes, a dexterity check with proficiency added if you are proficient in thieves' tools.
How about this? Mine? Only a +5. I'll help you out. Don't worry, you've got this.
Yeah, you can roll a flat.
Let's do it. That's a 19.
Plus 5.
19. Plus 5.
Flash of genius.
Felicity over your shoulder, listening for as you're picking the lock, and like redirecting you through noise. You're able to bust open this heavy padlock and open up the chest. Inside, there's 320 gold pieces, a gold ring with a black pearl set into a fixture shaped like a whirlpool, which is worth 750 gold pieces, and a spell scroll.
I don't know if I should
Pat
do that.
Zavros. I pat Zavros on the back. See, I told you could do it. Just have a little faith.
It was at 3 to the right. I always miss that. I got it this time. I'm gonna pick up the ring.
Okay.
Kind of look it over and just kind of turn around and say, does anyone know what this thing is? Besides being a ring, does it have the wobbly magic stuff?
Here, let me see. I will ritually cast Identify on it.
You ritually cast Identify, and it's a very expensive ring.
Okay.
It's just an expensive ring.
Whenever you mentioned like the whirlpool thing, I didn't know if like the if that
No,
was
like
moving.
the where the black pearl sits in the ring, like the golden part of the ring
okay.
that
That's what you're
holds
saying.
it is like a whirlpool. Yep.
Okay.
What is? I'll open up the spell scroll. Can I?
Spell scroll is a scroll for mass cure wounds.
Hey, nice. Very nice.
Are you gonna put that in your bosom with the other one?
Yep.
I take the ring. I turn towards Liliana. I get down on one knee. No.
I don't know if you're ready for that, Zavros.
Zavro's still a child at heart. You're not ready. I'm just gonna tell you right now. You're not ready, kid. Just pat him on the head. You're not ready, kids.
I don't know why I didn't think of this spell. I used to have to throw the dead bodies on it, so... go ahead. Help me lift this on
I'll
there.
put it in there. I'll put the egg on there.
And you can like put some cloth around it so it doesn't like roll.
Mm-hmm.
Keep it upright.
Can I use some of like the bedpost pieces and stuff and some of Zavros's rope to make like a cage around it to like stabilize it on the disc?
Yeah, you can do that. Easy
You also
enough.
have a question. Do I know that if dragon eggs are subjected to extremely cold temperatures, if it would kill said egg and creature inside?
I would say with your earlier check, you would know that white dragons and silver dragons are pretty good with cold. Especially, we got Liliana, who is resistant to cold as well.
Just, covering my bases for the
no.
baby.
Always good.
Get down there. Oh, the eggs. Well, fuck!
Related to that, has any of the weather abated since Oriel has left?
It has not, but you also know that during the time she would leave for like 2 hours to recast her spell, nothing had really changed. So if anything is going to change, it'd probably take a little while.
Okay.
So, was there anything else we needed to discover in this place? Seems our target seems to have flown away.
It could just be my cat-like curiosity, but I do wonder what is snoring behind that door.
Felicity, I kind of don't want to know what's behind that door. We've had a lot of people die. I mean, two of them technically came back. One of them's definitely dead. I say let sleeping dogs lie. I mean, unless everyone wants to.
I mean, do we think it's a
there.
really big dog?
Yes, and I don't think it likes cats very much.
Personally, I wouldn't mind taking out some aggression on it.
I am feeling fairly fit for a fight, if we wish to move ahead with that.
I capped most of my spells, trying to banish her and the like.
You two can stay and protect the egg, and
Oh, no, I mean, I'm
You can-
completely physically fit to fight.
Then let us not leave any of her servants remaining here.
What if we blew
Unless-
the tower up?
Did we not check that final room in the clock room? The clock floor?
We didn't.
Yeah.
Not.
Okay.
That was
So I know we
also
were going to do that after we...
we can. I like the idea of getting rid of as many of her followers, less worshippers, the less power she'll have.
What if we go in there and it's like one of her prisoners? And we just go in and we're just... Bah, bah, bah.
I mean, if it turns out to just be an innocent bystander, we'll just let them go.
Flashbang.
All the more reason to check it out if it could be a potential ally.
Yes, let's go. All this
Just sitting
chit-chatting.
there, flashbang comes in. What the fuck?
I mean, I could just send my thing in and explode the whole room.
Just heads up, low on spells.
All right.
DM, if I rub his belly, can he get a spell slot back?
No.
Oh.
he has a mana potion if he really wants a spell slot back. All right, so you guys begin to descend back down into this great hall area, and back into this hallway where you once again hear snoring coming from this room.
This thing can sleep through anything. We did a lot of fighting upstairs.
It's been sleeping for
Should we
days.
knock?
Wait, is this the floor that this one was on? I thought it.
The one that you're looking at isn't the floor. Actually, I
Okay.
will just. I will show you that you don't necessarily have to bring your little tokens down, but I'll show you what I can if I can. It's going to be right below it here. This is the main floor that you guys entered on. You've been in those rooms. The Great Hall is right here. And the room with all the mephits is right here. Otherwise, you have a door here. The door here is the one you hear the snoring behind, and then this is the first door you tried to push open.
And did we come from this southernmost door?
This is where you entered, yes.
Okay.
Like, entered the entire area at the start.
Yep.
I just keep thinking about how we just annihilated those methods.
I think Kylan would just start walking over to that door, the snore door, and just try to push it open.
All right, make an athletics
Liliana
check.
would assist with it.
Flat roll if you have exhaustion, otherwise advantage.
Haste is gone, by the way.
Yep. I assumed. You said athletics?
Yep.
That would be a 20.
A 20. You slowly push open this door. And in this room, as you push it open, you see a withered old frost giant leaning heavily on a great axe. It's sitting in front of the against the far wall. The giant wooden stool upon which he sits creaks under his weight as he is snoring, sleeping.
He's not like chained up or anything. He's just
Nope, he's leaning against the wall. He's got this great axe when he has one arm on, and he's just snoring. You can tell he's very old as well.
Is there anything else in the room, or just
Nope.
just him?
Just him.
He's got a sweet name. Let's go.
Can we, just because I see it on the map, can we see that door that's behind him?
Yes, I forgot. Yes, that I was reading it. I'm like, wait a minute, but yeah, there is a door behind him.
Okay.
I'll start approaching him, sword drawn.
He's still sleeping.
I take a drink out of my water skin.
I guess I'll put my sword to his throat.
He is a giant, and he is sitting up.
Yeah.
He's like on his two feet.
He was sitting. That's why I assumed I could like point it up towards it.
You would still be like pointing at his stomach area because he's on a stool.
Okay.
And he is a giant. They're like, I forget how
17
tall frost
tall?
giant are. Ours.
Pointed at his second throat.
17 to 18, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it's important, Liliana's 15 feet behind Heidenline.
I'm in the
I'm
hall.
not that far behind.
Frost giants
I'm
are
in the
about
room.
21 feet tall.
Okay.
I'm either in the room or at the door right next to Sister Liliana.
Okay. Well, he'll have it like pointed up towards his face.
Thunder is getting really bad here.
Who's all in the room?
I am.
I'll stay outside.
I'll have Gel there too.
I'm in the hallway looking through the door.
All right.
Am I there?
You're on
You're
I'm
on top of him.
Okay, there we go. I have it pointed towards him, and I will yell to him. See if it awakens him. Ariel's slave, awaken and face us. I don't know if he wakes up or not.
He's still snoring.
He's still snoring. If I had a spell slot, I could shatter, but I don't. Can I create bonfire underneath his stool? To start burning that up?
I was gonna use minor illusion to make like a thundercrack sound in his face.
I want this to collapse on him on a fiery stool.
Yeah, you start a fire under a stool. Felicity, do you do your thunderclap, or you just let this fire?
No, I'll
play
let
out?
Heinlein do his thing.
I guess they've determined it to be hostile, Zavros.
It's all things we've encountered.
Okay. The fire starts to burn the stool, and as it gets weaker, it crushes, and he falls, and falls on the ground. Who's there? And he's like pushing himself up with his axe to get to standing.
My name is Heinlein Sworn Sword, and I need to know right now if you are a minion of Ariel.
What's that, son? You gotta speak up. I'm hard of hearing. Oh. How many of you are there? I can only see a few of you.
I'm gonna use minor illusion to create subtitles for when Heinlein talks.
Make sure they're jitterbug sized. I said my name is Heinlein Sword, and I need to know whether or not you are a minion of Ariel, and there are several of us.
I am her guard, yes.
Well, I am here to let you know we have taken her out. You have slept on your duties.
Well, what is it you plan to do now, then, that you've come in here and taken care of her?
That depends. Are you still a slave of Ariel?
I am the last member of Vasavikin's clan, and I will go down fighting with honor as he brings his axe up, and we'll roll initiative.
Good. I like this guy.
I like this guy. Alright, I'm rolling the big dice. Rolling the big dice.
Turn. We'll get rid of Gil.
Why?
Well, he's there. He just doesn't have an initiative.
Oh, you meant on the initiative. I didn't know he was on there, yeah.
Instantly dead.
That's because I just
He's already dead. Oh, yeah.
over the top of everybody, and he's always in the way. Damn it, Gel.
Fucking Gale. That's why I like him.
Fucking Gel.
He's always in the way of the bad guys.
Let's see. Does this work now? Of course not. Of course not. Why would it? God, what should I do for this? A little bit of a skirmish? Okay, now none of the music wants to work. Cool, very good. Oh wait, never mind. It just starts quiet. Right? People hear music right now?
I can hear it. Yeah.
Okay, good.
I don't hear music anymore.
Oh.
I hear it.
It's quiet. You have to turn it up a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Let me get a frost giant and make sure that he doesn't have anything weird about him. Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. Alright, so it looks like I need Orleans.
13.
13.
Oh, I was wrong.
No worries. And Hurt Guard, I got a 14. And why are you here, Gel? Get out of Gel, leave. Okay, there we go. Descending order. We start with Zavros. You're peeking in this room as this giant has gotten up. There's still a bonfire underneath him.
Yep.
Unless
I was gonna remind you when it got to his turn and he ended it, but.
But see, he's gonna act hostile.
Yeah, he's like bringing his
I'm going to go ahead and do my Slayer's Prey on him.
Oh.
Okay. I think that is, that's a bonus action. So I'm just gonna fire twice on him then. Let's see what we get.
Just a second before you do all the rules on this. Oops, I don't know how to read. I do have advantage.
Oh, add advantage?
Yep.
Okay. Hell yeah.
Oh, that's why he was so hostile towards us. He
Okay,
couldn't read the subtitles.
What is going on right now? Okay.
I guess I didn't make him big enough. I thought I did. Oh well.
You had him in tabaxi and not giant. That's the issue.
Ah,
So the first
probably
one's a
it.
21.
All right, that hits.
Okay, and the second one is a 17.
The 17 hits.
Sweet. I accidentally clicked on a program that's making my entire computer slow, so give me a second.
Oh, fucking A.
This is why you don't put shit on your taskbar. All right, so the first one. That's 7 piercing. Let me go ahead and pull my calculator out. And that's 5 for the Slayer Spray. And then is he within 5 foot? I'd imagine he is.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then 5 for the sneak. So the first attack's going to do 17.
17, all right.
And then this is just 1d8 plus 4 for the second one. Oh, yeah, that's terrible. 5 piercing.
5 points of piercing damage. 2 big hits off of the get-go. Oh, damn it! Who's there?
Not me.
What?
As I just kind of slink behind the door.
All right.
not me.
It will be Sister Liliana then.
Sister Liliana. Also a little peeved that Ariel got away from us. Says, well, let us make this fight quick. And I'm going to cast Crusader's Mantle. So Heinlein, Gel, Felicity's little cannon, my mace, and Zavros's bow all start to glow with holy light, as all of you will deal an extra d4 damage on your weapon attack.
Are you... Sorry, I didn't quite hear the full list. Did you, when you included Gel, you weren't sacrificing using someone else, right? I only asked because his attack is technically my attacks through.
Yeah.
So
It is everyone within 30 feet of me. I don't
Oh,
have
okay.
to use
All right. Then it doesn't matter either way. Okay.
Also, that's no one else has weapon attacks.
Savros pulls the ring out. No, and what
That's
type
my
of damage
action.
that was, you said? So
Radiant. A d4
Radiant.
of radiant damage on all of your weapon attack.
Thank you. Sorry.
That's everything because I don't have any decent bonus actions. Yeah.
I should have waited because I almost was like, can I hold my turn till after? And I was like, whatever.
Fine. Next time.
Heinlein.
What is your name?
My name is Urtgard. What is yours?
It sounded like 3 times. My name, and I hope you remember this when you find yourself on the journey to the afterlife, is Heinlein Sword, protector of the rose, slayer of the winter bitch. And I slash at him with a green
it is a
flame
flat
blade.
roll.
Yeah, I know.
I love how that is stuck.
Yeah. Does a 24 hit?
Yes, it does.
Okay. Okay. That is 1 radiant damage, 1 fire damage, and 9 slashing damage.
So 11 points of damage?
Yes.
Is that right? Okay.
Yes. I just because I don't know what his risk is, so I just wanted to make sure I listed all the types.
Always good to do that.
And I guess that's technically my turn.
All right.
Don't you have a second attack?
You can only do second attacks when making an attack action. Casting a spell like Green Flame Blade is not an attack action.
Oh, I didn't realize you did a spell. Sorry.
Yeah.
All right. Is it at the top of the turn he has to do the dex save?
It's when he ends his turn
All right.
or moves into it for the first time, which he's already on it, so I didn't count it.
All right, Heimlin, short sword. Now you meet your maker. And he's going to swing his great axe twice at you. The first swing is a dirty 20 to hit.
That's a miss.
Ooh. Second swing is a 26 to hit.
That's a hit.
And that is some damage. 21 points of damage to you as this giant axe slashes across your chest, very reminiscent to when the frost giant skeleton slashed you previously. And you'll end his turn there, so dex save.
Dex save.
12. I mean, sorry, 10.
That fails. So it will be 6 fire damage.
6 fire damage. All right. Oh, my feet. Orlin.
I will, unless you don't think this makes sense, create bonfire like under a different foot, like maybe like Heinleins is on.
Is it a 5-foot square? Is that
It is a
create
5-foot
bonfire?
Yeah, it's in a 5 foot.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
that's right. He takes up a bunch of squares. So yeah, fuck it.
Yeah, you can do that.
I will
Oh,
also
wow.
create bonfire.
All right.
So he's gonna make a dex save.
Do they do it on the turn it's created or just
Yeah.
on their turn?
Yeah, so it's when
Okay.
it happens, and then
Cool.
if they move into it or stay there.
He fails.
Sweet. So that's 12 fire.
Oh, more hot. All right. Anything else from you?
No, that's it.
All right. Felicity.
I'm going to shoot a scorching ray at him.
All right.
That's a 29, 21, and 22.
All those will hit.
$39 fire damage.
39 fire damage. Very good.
And for my bonus action, I'm going to shoot him with my ballista.
Shoot him.
For another 29 to hit.
That'll hit.
You said that's an extra D4?
Yes.
3 radiant, and 13 force damage.
16.
So altogether, that would
16.
be 16.
Okay. All right.
Big turn for Felicity. That's some
Yeah,
nice damage.
huge damage from Felicity. Anything else from you?
I'm just gonna scoot back into the corner.
All right. Scoot, scoot. It is Zavros' turn then again. You're muted,
muted.
Zavros.
Muted, buddy.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Ooh-wee.
Ooh-wee.
No talking for me. Hold on a second. Let me check something here.
Zavros got
Oh, wait,
so
no.
used to not talking from the episodes he wasn't here. He just
Yeah, I just check out. I'll do the same thing. I'll just make my attacks.
All right. Make him
I
away.
do a swingy. Do I do these with advantage?
You do, yes.
Sweet. So, first one is a 22.
That'll hit.
And the second one, not so well, is a 17.
That'll also hit.
So, let's see. Is it +4? Yeah, +4. So that's 9 piercing
The sneak is +6. +2 for the Slayer's Prey. And then you said I get a roll of 1d4?
Yes.
1d4 with my d4s.
We're up to 17 damage right now.
2 radiant.
All right. Is that the first shot?
That is the first one, and you've got a 7 + 4 for an 11 on the second one.
11 points of damage.
Is
All
that
right.
with the D4
Oh,
again?
I get a d4 with each one of them. Sorry,
Every weapon.
just one, So it'll be 12 altogether with 1 radiant.
These 2 arrows hit again. It's, oh, where are those coming from? Show yourself.
I think he's
Uh-huh.
blind.
Liliana.
I think, just to help out my good buddy Heinlein even more, I'm just going to shoot a first level guiding bolt at him.
All right.
That's a dirty 20.
That'll hit.
Uh, 15 radiant damage.
You shoot this guiding bolt, and as it hits, this burst of radiant light it illuminates the room, and you watch as this elderly frost giant tries to cling at the walls as he falls, and he hits the ground, and sparks burst up from the 2 bonfires underneath him, and you've killed an old frost giant who was just sleeping.
Rip and dippy.
He was awake. He was awake when we fought him.
True. We didn't attack him while he was
Does-
sleeping.
Are we the
Did,
boys?
Did he said he wanted to go down fighting, so I mean,
Guard, I hope you find your journey through battle to whatever ends you were looking for goes a bit smoother than mine. Then I'll were his eyes still closed? Or are they open?
They closed when no, they're open when he hit the ground. You see they're like clouded over.
Yeah, cataract is the way I am.
Yeah.
He'll just close the eyes of this giant and then start to drag him off from that spot.
Do the
Yeah.
athletics check.
Yeah.
This is as you've ended this line of this giant clan.
Didn't have to.
Yeah, you didn't have to. Don't make this his fault.
We
Gave
asked
him the
him.
option to not fight.
We asked him.
Yeah.
It's not like he could reproduce anymore. I mean, at his age.
Nice. 24.
Yeah, you're able to, with the help of Gale and stuff, you're able to move him out of the way of the door. But now you have another giant door in front of you.
Start pushing again.
Another athletics.
Yeah.
Rolled double 8s. I don't get this one.
Nope, not enough. This door is
what is the whole? What does it add up to?
That'd be like a 13.
Okay, yep, we'd still be 2 off.
Yeah.
I mean, Liliana can give it a try. It's not as strong, but
go ahead.
I'll Gel will help you.
that's a 17.
Flash of genius.
The flash of genius.
That you're not getting it in the right place for it to open. Put your hand about 5 inches to the left.
Liliana was pushing like on the hinge side.
Physics. I
You
don't know how
push-
they work.
This door open, and inside you find just piles of treasure all gathered up in here. You find 1,350 gold pieces.
1,350 gold.
Yep, 4,400 silver. And 7,800 copper pieces. You also find 4 gold rings sized for giants. Each worth 150. A giant-sized shield made of white dragon scales. in parentheses, impressive but worthless,
Yeah.
a 2 foot tall, 50-pound chipped statue.
Well,
Seems to be made of ice.
We could have used that as the sled.
Yeah.
For the dragon egg.
But yes, it's a 2 foot tall, 50-pound chipped statuette that's made of ice. And then a jug that has many holes on it.
Does it slosh around when we pick it up and move it?
No.
Because there's many
Damn.
holes in it.
Oh,
They're all corked.
Oh, okay.
Dido thinks she knows what the jug
yeah,
is.
Me
Okay.
too.
Since I was there helping open the door, I'm gonna cast Identify on the jug.
All right. Yes, this is an alchemy jug.
I thought it always made sloshing noises.
Sure. It does then. I couldn't remember.
Lore
I
bias I'm
thought you had
familiar
to
with.
think. I thought you had to think up a liquid first, and then. But yeah, it'd make a sloshing noise then.
Hmm. She's gonna keep that. She doesn't care about anything else.
Does anyone want this shield?
She does
Think you
open
would-
it. Is there anything
While this
in
shield
it?
looks very impressive, it
Uh,
also looks pretty worthless.
You don't see anything in it.
It would look pretty hanging on the wall at the end though.
Oh,
Decor.
yes.
We need decor.
Would any of you mind if I took some of this gold? I am poor.
Well, your house did get destroyed, so.
Not all of it, just some.
I figured we would take it. If nothing else, it does no one any good sitting in this tower.
Very good. Just to know what kind of situation we were doing here. We've never really found too much gold before, so.
Orland's just raking all the gold inside the bag.
Speaking of, Orland, how much gold do you take, and where do you put
I
it?
don't know. How do we, if we divide it by like 5 or something, is that fair? We split it evenly?
Yeah, I can.
I figure we can do that. I mean, we can do like the logistics.
Yeah, I just figured we'd.
we can deal with that off camera.
Yeah, we can do that during the break. I'll just
I
need to
have-
know where Orland puts it.
I'm at this point just gonna dump out all of my Chardolin from my bag of holding.
Are you actually?
Yeah.
Okay, you go to get the Chardolin out of the bag of holding. You don't see it.
That's
Oh.
concerning.
What else? Can you take anything else out of your bag of holding?
I believe I got Professor Scant out of it earlier.
Found something that's been in there for a while.
I don't know what else I've put in there. I haven't put too much.
Your spell book is in there.
I'll try and pull out my spell book.
Roll me a d20.
Oh no.
No modifier.
No modifier.
It's a 7.
You can't find your spell book.
Okay. Professor Scant, who is not in the bag of holding, 'cause
He's not.
I'll take him out. What's the deal? No.
What's the deal with what?
It's, got this bag of holding out of, Verlene's room.
Oh, you took that bag of holding, did you?
Is it broken?
Not broken per se. We don't know entirely what's been happening with it, but things do tend to disappear when put into this bag. That's why she left it behind.
Can I cast Identify on his bag now that he has it out and is concerned?
Yeah.
Alright, I'll spend 10 minutes to ritually cast Identify.
Okay. While you're doing that, Heinlein, you wanted to say something when we were...
Oh, I was
Bringing
just
this
saying, I have no need for possessions such as gold.
If you wish to travel south again, to deal with your business there, that may take currency that could be useful.
Did I say to you anything about that? I don't. I know I yelled it. I told Zavros.
Yeah, no, I was literally
Private.
about to say, I'm okay with that notion. It's like,
I know I
yeah,
told
that makes sense.
Zavros in private while you guys were in the tent,
Yeah.
and I don't think I was like yelling to myself and at the dead corpse during the test. But I don't think I actually said. It was at first a genuine question, but I'm like, I don't think I've actually said anything to you guys.
Liliana, tell him he might need it if he goes down.
I'm trying to think, because I feel like Liliana at least knew you were concerned about a greater purpose, like some purpose beyond this, because that was part of the conversation after Orlin
He did
attacked,
mention
or
that,
during that
but I don't
conversation.
think he mentioned exactly where the person was
Cool.
whenever he
Then
was talking to
I'll
everybody.
retract that to say, if you have a business, it is useful to have money to purchase things or buy people off beyond the Dale.
I had no money when I came here. I won't need money when I leave. For I no
Okay, so
longer.
can I have his share? We really need to buy some new drapes for that inn.
Felicity, you cast Identify on this. It's a bag of holding.
Not sure what's wrong. I mean, it is a bag of holding. I don't know why your things are disappearing.
Mystery for another day.
I'm curious now if that's why Professor Scamp was freaking out whenever you just like grabbed him to throw him in the bag of the holding. Like, no, what are you doing? I'm gonna disappear.
That was more of a
Yeah, no, he just
bullying
So,
guy.
Buck,
Yeah.
actually, we should probably not do this on camera because I cannot remember the things that I put in. But I think you can turn the whole bag of holding inside out, correct? And it
Yes.
empties
Yes.
its contents.
Yes.
I'm going to
And
do
you-
that, but I don't remember what's in there. So if you want to, we can deal with that later. When I have time to
I know
think.
you have the stag head in there.
Stag head.
Is there anything else you would think that would be in there? We can just do it. I mean, you don't. Yeah, we can do this now. That's
Well,
fine.
I honestly, I can't even remember the first thing that I put in there. So
All right, we'll just roll a. No. You flip it upside out. Everything else that you put in there is in there, as well as the stag head.
oh, okay. Sweet. All right, so we shouldn't use this any longer.
Good thing we realized that before we put the egg in.
Yes. I'm gonna take the stag head and put it on top of the floating disc. This will look good in our inn.
climb into the bag of holding, hoping to be rid of this place.
Are we ready to brave the cold again? How is everybody feeling?
Is this real quick there, Sharp?
Mm.
What all was this frost out?
Tommy froze.
He's gone.
Oh, he's
Oh,
gone.
it's too cold for him.
Oh, there he is.
Okay,
He's back.
there, it fixed. I was as soon as I said it's like, well, fuck me, I guess. Oh, what all is this frost giant wearing?
So he's wearing armor, but it's very patchwork. Like there's pieces that look like they were made for him. Other things are just like shields of like normal, like a human-sized shield just hanging from him, like to make up this kind of patchwork armor.
Okay. So he doesn't have anything on his head, huh?
No,
Does he got any teeth left?
barely.
Yeah, you know what? I want some memorabilia from the last fucking giant, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I guess I'll just cut his fucking head off.
No, okay.
Ooh, give
You
me
do
his
that.
toe. I need his toe.
Does he have a tooth? Yeah, he's got
No.
a tooth. Okay, I want some memorabilia. Cuts his head off.
No, I'm not cutting his head off. What I want to do is I guess I'll cut fucking a toe off for
Give me a
Orlin
toe.
over here.
Oh yeah,
toe.
Cut a
the
toe.
the
He needs a
nails
giant
are.
toe, just like
The
fucking
nails
Sky.
go-
Get his thumbnail.
Yeah, it's like the nails you can make potions from.
Mm-hmm.
Does he have any type of insignia on his patchwork? that would say what clan he's from.
He said what clan it was. What he was.
Yeah, he wants something to be like, hey, this was the last one of this clan.
Yeah.
Roll me a d20.
Okay. I don't know. I blew on that. My luck's terrible. Hey, 18.
An 18. Yeah, let me just look up quick. That's not where I want to be. Well, you do know. Like, I'm just gonna throw this out there. There's a axe of the queen of this clan downstairs. But
I forget about that.
also, I'm just seeing if there's like any like symbols of this. There is that statuette, which is big, but he also has like a pouch that has like what's the word I'm looking for? It's not an engraving, but like an imprint of a anchor.
I'll take it.
All right.
Because I don't feel
I say
like
pouch?
taking
It's
an
like a
axe that'll bring
backpack
back
for
some
you.
evil undead son of a... Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you find that.
Sweet.
All right, you get a tow, you get a bag, you empty your bag of holding. What do you continue to carry the bag of holding with you?
Oh, me. Sorry, I thought you were still talking to Zavros.
No.
Yeah, because who knows? Maybe I'll be able. It might come in some use at some point.
Okay.
Maybe
I'll be
I
able
need
to find
to
someone who can fix
suffocate
it.
somebody.
You just figured out how to destroy Chardolin.
Well, or it's just going somewhere that somebody else has
Okay,
the
yeah,
Chardonnay.
To
Why not do
relocate.
it that way? That is the cure for everything. Just let someone else deal
Deal
with
with
it. You know.
Right?
Yeah, I'll
Alright,
bring it around with me
5,000
still. I'm
years
just
later.
not planning on using it anymore.
Okay.
Unless
Very
I really
cool.
don't care about something, but still want to carry it for some reason.
In whatever new home that Orlin makes, that is actually the bag in his trash can.
Good
Throw
point.
stuff away, and eventually the waste just goes away.
Dude, that is so efficient. Except for
Yeah.
the person that's having trash fall on their head later. If that's how it works.
Well, at this point, they're mad from Chardolin, so they won't care.
So I have a theory. Does everything that goes in the bag of holding it disappears? Does it go to that place in Thor Ragnarok where, you know,
That planet.
Yeah, it goes to the drunk planet.
Professor Scant,
Yes.
who did Valine get this bag of holding from?
I'm trying to remember. I don't think it was anyone of note. It might have just been a shopkeep. I don't even know if I was actually there when she got it. I just know she had stopped using it after a point.
It'd be a clever ruse to sell a bag of holding and then all the goods end up back in that shopkeep's possession.
That would be.
Perhaps I'll store that for later.
Professor Scant where a really cool animal trophy would come from. If he knows any legendary creatures around here. Besides the dragon, of course.
What did Noodle Arms whisper to you?
That's why I don't talk to him.
I think there's a time and place, Zavros. How about we get Aurel's head? We'll put that on a plaque.
Which head?
Should we see what was after the codicil, what lied beyond in that room, and then leave?
Be the last place to look, yes?
Yes.
Leave
Alright.
no stone
Not the
unturned.
last to look, but
Fun looking place.
You begin to head downstairs then, and I'll just reveal this area. Look, you're already there. Wow. And you get to that door at the very bottommost point. You pass the room that has the tablets in it with the engravings of each of the tenants of Ariel, and enter this room where the codicil was sitting, and then there's the door at the back.
How big are those tablets?
They were, I want to say 6 feet tall, 5 feet wide.
Shit.
Let me double check though for you.
Nope, never mind.
Yeah, they're big.
You don't need to do that.
1 inch or 1 foot thick, 7 wide, 10 tall.
Sounds right.
Savage just starts swiping the tenants, putting them in the
Alright, so we're just gonna try and push.
Yeah.
All right, give her a push.
I'll assist.
What if we all do it?
If you all do it, you can just. You don't want. Okay. Yeah, you
That's
push it. You push it open. Inside of this room, you see. You see mist begins to pour out. I mean, there's mist in the entirety of this building, but more mist begins to pour out to fill up the room even further. And you see chunks of broken ice covering the floor. In the center of the room, there's a pedestal with a basin on top of it that has a ice statue of a snowy owl, a small snowy owl, maybe like a foot tall, sitting on the backside of it, overlooking the water that's in this pool. And it is unfrozen water, and it looks clear, and well, it's like it looks clear, but it's bluish, so you can't see the bottom of the basin that it sits in. And where the owl sits on top, there's like a small plaque that the owl sits on at the back of this basin. On the plaque, it says, "All that have completed the trials are may accept their blessing."
This is where those come to get the blessing of Ariel. I'm assuming they would drink from the water.
Yes.
Who knows what control she would gain over you if you were to drink it.
Heinlein kind of stares back into the snowflake room, ice room, to remind himself of the dead walrus. I don't know that she'd have much normal control, but she probably would have the power to kill you. Can I want to Eldritch Blast the thing.
Alright, go ahead.
Just have it destroy the blessing basin.
Yeah, you shoot these 2 Eldritch Blasts, and the basin shatters into pieces, and the water pours onto the ground, and you see it doesn't freeze on the ground.
Yeah.
It just pools on this ice that's below your feet.
No,
The
no
water,
one may.
does the water itself seem magical?
You would think so, considering it's not freezing. It hasn't frozen at this point, or before this.
Hopefully, in case anyone wanders in and finds their way here, they'll no longer have any option.
Yes. Seems like a job well done.
We have seen no sign of Aggie. So hopefully, she will not be able to find her way here after we leave.
How structurally sound is it in this room? Like, would I be able to collapse the room without collapsing the whole building?
You're not sure. You know this is underneath, so it could cause structural damage above, but like it seems pretty solid. You'd have to do a ton of damage to even get through that. What's everybody's passive perceptions?
14.
15.
I
11.
14.
15.
Heinlein, as you blast this basin apart, and you watch as the chunks of rock crumble and scatter across the floor. You watch one scatter past one of these chunks of ice on the ground, and you catch just the image of an eye on one of them.
Sorry, an eye on what?
On one of the chunks of ice, you can see, like, it almost looks like it's been carved into it, but an eye.
Oh. I'm gonna pick that up.
You pick it up.
Back at it.
Yeah, you pick it up and look, and as you're looking at it, you can tell, like, you can make out the part of an ear further back, and looking at it, you can see that how this crumbled, it looks like it would have been a bigger part of a face, like a full face.
And this wasn't something that we noticed before?
You did see the chunks of ice before, but you didn't look close enough with the mist rolling over the top of them too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I assume this was a person who turned to ice and died?
You could assume it.
Yeah. It looks like there's a carving of a face on this crumbled ice that I just scattered. I'm wondering if perhaps this is someone who was a servant, tried to become a servant of Ariel, and wasn't worthy.
the face
Or
recognizes.
they were worthy and were reborn as something else, and their old body was left behind. We have defeated 2 of her servants.
Does anybody recognize the face he sees?
Yeah, I'll start looking through the chunks to see if we can kind of hobble together a face of some sort.
Yeah, you look through and, like, you'll see, like, there'll be a hand that's missing fingers, and, like, pretty intricate looking, like, almost like clothing on some pieces, but you don't see anything you recognize.
Okay.
I can't do it today, but maybe if I have a sleep, I can seal this door back up.
Perhaps it will seal on its own eventually.
Yes, it will be hard-pressed to remove all influence of Oriel. This will certainly limit a lot of her influence and influence of her followers.
I believe what we did up there proves that we can take her. Now we just have to hunt her down.
Well, I think in that regard, the glacier would be our logical next step. Something there she uses to keep the night going.
Yes. I would assume that as well. It seems to be some sort of a sanctuary for her, since the codicil mentioned it.
And let's not dally.
Yeah,
Make our
I
way.
mean, Highland got another kill in that he wanted to get, so
Yeah.
I don't think he cares too much about the rest of all of the treasure we've been finding hasn't necessarily been suitable for him, so he's just not, especially because it's like a giant place. So I'm not too sure that he cares enough about finding the rest of what's ever in here.
At
Okay.
least we did find a contrived cell. Except for maybe not Zavros, because the shopkeepers hate him.
Hey, you don't know that.
All right. So you begin to go back upstairs and outside, I assume. Unless you plan on resting in here at all. It has been a long day. But you don't have to. You can start making foot towards
Ongajuk. And here come the survival checks, baby.
We have a way
I-
of contacting Ongajuk when we get back to that port of sorts.
Wasn't she
Nice.
supposed to wait for us?
She said she was going to circle the island and wait for you, but you still have to get a way to get in contact with her. That being said, she is an intelligent creature. And I assume at least one of you still have the sending spell.
Oh, I just don't have it prepared today. That was
Yeah.
the only thing.
Yep.
Is if she's not there, we'll either have to rest at the port or debatably along the way, depending on how our travels go.
Mhm.
Does everyone feel up to the travels today?
You know, I could use one good rest, and I feel like I'll be fully awake and prepared.
As long as I don't freeze to death tonight.
As long as everyone knows that every day we let Aria live, she grows stronger.
That is my concern as well.
How long of a
pretty
trek
mad.
would it be to the glacier anyways? It would be a bit. It's like way on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna take us at least a few days to get to the glacier anyways. What power she has left will have regained by the time we get there. Either way, don't think an extra day will hurt too much.
All right. So, what's the plan, gang? We heading out now or resting now? Orland seems to want to rest.
Oh,
up to the.
I kind of just want to go because either way I'm going to freeze to death. So the more days we wait here, the more
Yeah.
likely I am to die.
Yeah.
I'm just going with the flow, though.
No, that's kind of Highland's idea too, is that it's going to be... That was the first time actually getting to see the island.
Say, hoof that shit.
All right.
I think,
See?
but I think we should try and get to Onjaguk.
All right. So somebody roll me a D12. You want to get lower?
Can I do it?
Yeah.
Alright.
Everyone wants to do it.
Please roll a 1.
Please roll a 1. A 3.
3. So it is late afternoon at this point. Then, as you
Ooh.
begin to head out.
That's why you had a D12, 12 hours. Oh, a D24, what?
All right, so I think we have Zavros doing some survival checks to get you guys back to the shore, because this is still the heavy fog that's almost impossible to see through that you enter back out into.
So for this, who was it that had the theory that if the person who was frozen possibly was someone who received the blessing but turned into something else? It was Liliana, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I would want Liliana to be close to me to help me out with guiding us back for a very specific reason.
I was going to suggest that anyways, because Liliana got that top-down view of the island. So at least for one of the checks previously, I was able to give you advantage on things.
All
So
right.
at least for the first round of walking, Liliana would be assisting you at the front to navigate.
All right.
I have one more flash of genius left.
Oh fuck. This isn't good.
Survival check, Zavros.
This is a flat roll because I've got fucking disadvantage otherwise.
Thanks, Beerly.
So
Double your proficiency.
yes, survival, right?
Yes.
17 plus. I got a 26.
A 26. So you kind of do some mental tracking as to where the caves were, and where you could make your way as quickly to the shore as you can and start making your way. Everybody make me a Constitution saving throw for the first hour, please.
This is the terrible part.
Fun.
Does Orlin have advantage now because of the codicil?
Orland does have an advantage now because of the codicil of the whites. Everybody that has resistance to gold has
So I have
advantage.
a flat roll.
Which is
Yes.
I just got a 15.
Oh, well, I missed my dice tray.
21 for Liliana.
All right.
16.
All right.
Skip me. Just skip
13.
me.
13 for Felicity. What did you get, Orland?
I got
With advantage.
well,
With
it's
flat
flat.
roll.
Yeah, I got a. I got a. I got
I'm
a
gonna take it.
4.
That was
Four.
a very offensive thing to say. I hope you censor that in the audio versions.
Felicity and Orland, take a level of exhaustion. What does that bring you to, Orland?
4.
4? So half your
Oh
health.
no.
All right. Hour 2. Stavros, stealth. Not stealth, sorry. Survival check.
As we're doing this, I'm gonna turn to Liliana, kind of whisper towards her. Liliana, you had the idea that possibly someone died and was maybe remade to serve Ariel if they accepted a blessing?
Yes.
So let me do this real quick. That is 11 plus
Also,
4,
if possible,
20,
I'm going to cast
30, 20.
Okay, never mind then.
You continue to make your way towards the shore. Some people are slowing down with their exhaustion, so it's taking a little longer than you'd like, but you are keeping track with where you need to be. I need Constitution saving throws from everybody, please. Those
on.
with cold resistance get advantage. So flat roll for Orland.
That's not too bad. 17?
17,
16 again.
23.
16, 23.
21 again.
Dirty 20.
Everybody passes.
Orlin.
Thank God!
Holy shit.
Well, when you're close to death, bud.
It's getting real dicey out here.
My
But
heart is
we
actually
continue.
racing.
We continue on.
What does it mean to court death?
I'll tell you when you're older.
Not you, I'm with Liliana. We're ahead of you, fucker.
I've taken this time in the freezing cold to put beer in my alchemy jug, and I'm just in the middle of the pack, just
Fair.
I'm stabbing her later.
Felicity.
No, she has the cure for all of it. The whole reason I kept the fucking mead. She has the cure right there in her hands.
And Tensor's floating disc you can catch ritually, right?
yes.
Okay. So, between people having half speed and having to ritually recast Tensor's floating disc every hour, there's 2 more checks to be made here. to get to the shore, and you have to succeed on both of them.
What did you mean by courting death? In what way?
Want to stealthily touch her hand with an object.
All right. Roll a stealth check. Disadvantage because you are exhausted.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no, she's seeing that, son. I rolled a 2 and a 4 flat. Oh, wait, my stealth is a plus 11. So either way, she's probably still gonna see it.
So 13.
So,
13, baby.
yeah, 13. Yeah.
So yeah, Liliana, you'd see this. Heinlein, you'd also see this.
So would I have a 14?
I'm gonna say you see him put his hand out, but because of the fog, you don't see what he's holding. Yeah, so Liliana Heinlein, you would see Zavros holding a small flask, and as he touches it to you, Liliana, you can tell it's very cold. And as you touch it, you hear these words in your head. Let me get them quick, because they're on a different page. In your head, Liliana, you hear, "Will you court death to receive my blessing?"
As I just put my hand up, like,
Sorry, I'm taking notes. Give me 1 second. Where did you get this? And I think Liliana would even momentarily stop in her tracks when it touched her, and then also when it spoke in her head.
So when Heinlein decided to blow the thing up, I figured maybe I could take some of this and talk with Orlin later to see if there's maybe a cure for something like this, if someone were to have drank this.
And as he pulls away, you see there's not a lot in there, but
There's very
there's
small.
enough to give you that sensation of cold as it touched you.
Likely, you would have to survive some sort of test, and if you failed, I'm pretty sure we saw the results of those in that room.
I was just curious to know if maybe drinking it itself killed you or not. I'm not going to drink this shit.
I think drinking it is what causes you to court death, and if you survive, you get Oriel's blessing. If you don't, you're ice on the floor.
And then Heinlein comes in and destroys you.
Well, they were destroyed before we got there.
Oh, that is true. I thought that was a piece of what he destroyed. My bad.
No.
That's on me.
I would be very careful with whatever you plan to do with that.
That's why I wanted to talk to you about it, because you seem very level-headed.
My suggestion would be to leave it on this island with the rest of the water that has the same magic on it. Bumble is being attacked by some sort of bug.
Bumblebugs.
I wasn't sure if he was reacting to our conversation.
No. It's the fucking roommate. He's been crawling lower than usual, and he just fucking dropped. I don't know where he's gone now.
He just wants to be on the DytoDnD, man. Let's roll up a character sheet. Give him a die.
Big because he's got giant legs, and I'm like,
Give him a D20, man. Give him 8 of those things.
yeah.
Maybe he'll roll better survivals.
All right. Speaking of survivals, go ahead. Give him more.
No, as we're finishing up this conversation, Liliana's going to touch Zavros on the shoulder and say, "You should think very carefully about what you're going to do with that." And I am going to cast Enhance Ability for Wisdom checks on him again for the next hour.
All right.
Oh, we're failing at least one of these. That's gonna happen. See
Question.
what happens.
Yeah.
Woo.
How much does the potion of mana restore?
It's
What?
you roll a d4 and you get that level of spell back, or you can break it down into multiple levels to equal that. So
I always wondered how mana potions worked in D&D.
I made that up. So
Oh, really?
it's not an official thing. Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
there's
add
not-
that to my homebrew.
I like it a lot.
Normally for D&D, you don't have mana like MP points, so it doesn't.
Yeah, that's why I was like, there's health potions.
There's
mana
optional rules
potions.
for it, but usually it's just easier to stick with the spell.
I'm gonna add that to my homebrew because I almost killed Meor last time.
How much traveling time have we been doing between each check?
It's an hour per check, so you've been traveling for 2 hours right
I'm
now.
gonna drink the mana potion.
Okay.
I need that 4. I got a 1. Okay, never mind.
So yeah, a first level spell is the only trace you get, unfortunately.
Fuck. If I drink a potion of cold resistance, will that give me advantage instead of neutral?
They
What if you
usually
drank
don't
2 of them?
stack, I don't think.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was
Yes,
like, yeah.
What if he keisters it?
No.
Go straight to his blood.
Then he just dies.
Alright, that seems like a
I was trying to wiggle my way out of this any way I could.
No, it's
okay.
fair. It's fair.
You get frostbite on your
You gotta
bone
try.
when you die.
All right. Zavros. Hour 3. Survival check.
Mm.
It's flat because you have the enhanced ability.
There's only 2 of us that don't have cold resistance in there.
Yes.
I still have my original one. I've never drank it.
I gave mine to Orlin,
Yeah, you
and I
gave it
think
to
he
me.
drank it.
Let's
I can't
do
remember if I drank it
this.
during the battle with Aro or not.
No,
I don't
you
think so
drank
because
it
you had the
during the.
Kaza.
You drank it during the.
Well, I would have had 2, so I
Uh.
drank 1 then. Because you gave me back 1,
Mhm.
and I had 1, so yeah.
Got an 18.
18. We'll do it.
Thank God.
Now I need the Constitution saving throws.
Oh,
It worked last time.
here comes exhaustion, baby.
Let's all focus in
Oh,
on
no.
Grizz for a second here, because all of you have some exhaustion, which is bad. But if Grizz fails this,
I can't
his speed goes to 0.
He'll be on that tensor's floating disc.
What
and
if-
somehow
what if we-
this thing there?
What if we all just roll ours and succeed, and then he fails, but because he was last, we didn't notice because we all went onward.
He got a 19.
That's an 18
Please.
for a 19, yeah.
I just got a 14.
14 from Zavros. What do we got from the other 3?
22.
27.
What was the layout again? 21?
dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Zavros, take a level of exhaustion.
Fucking knew it, man. I was like, here it comes.
What are you at now?
I'm only at 2.
Only
I
at 2?
recovered one of them.
Very good.
That's why I was
Fees
like, if
out.
I rest, I'll feel.
All right.
Yeah.
Zavros and Orlin have exhaustion, if I remember right.
All right, I'm drinking my fucking potion, man. This is the last check.
Potion of cold resistance. All right.
Yes, I'm drinking it.
This
That
is
lasts an
hopefully
hour,
the
doesn't it?
last check. Yeah. If
Hopefully.
you succeed on the survival check.
I'm gonna do enhance ability again. That's the last time I can do it today.
All right. Flat roll.
And what does enhanced ability do?
You'll have advantage.
So then it
So it'll
becomes
be
flat.
a flat check.
Oh, well, I'm a dumbass. I didn't roll advantage on that last one.
It would have been flat anyway.
Yeah. So it's just flat, right?
Flat check.
Ooh, I hope this does it. That should be a dirty 20. Yep. Hell yeah, dirty 20.
Dirty 20 was the DC.
Oh my god!
As you begin to see the stairs that lead down to the docks, give me one last Constitution saving throw. Well, I say one last. There could be more, depending on how this night goes.
Ooh.
22.
Nat 20.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
I got a sadden.
I can't help you.
My
Felicity,
black
what'd you get?
dice has betrayed me.
21.
21. Heinlein.
24.
24. Savros, take another level of exhaustion.
Man, these come quick, don't they? Yeah. So Attack rolls and saving throws suck. Now.
So the good news is you see the stairs that lead down to where the docks are.
Now we just gotta hope Ongaju gets here quickly.
I can. It's ice, right? Or is there
yes.
water that we came up out of?
There is water, but it's down below the dock, which is how tall is this dock again?
We had to climb off of the boat.
I think it was 15 feet tall, is what I said. Yeah, because they don't give you an actual height in here.
I don't know how well this would work, but in the water below the dock, I would like to use minor illusion to scream into the water that why can I not say the name?
Ongajuk.
Ongajuk. We're here, come quick, we're in trouble.
Alright, roll a... Actually, I'll have her roll.
This says you can create sounds, which can be a voice from a volume range of a whisper to a scream, and I want it to be as loud as it can go.
Alright, you don't get anything immediately. Not that she could answer anyway.
Well, I got here cold as shit. I'm gonna go fishing.
I light my ghostly bonfire.
Alright.
Yeah, I like create bonfire as well.
Do you have a fishing pole, Zavros?
I think I do. Let me double check. I do not.
Well then.
So no, I'm not going fishing. I'm gonna throw a rope in there. No, I'm kidding.
Throw a rope.
I do not have tackle. I thought I did.
You know who could have
At
went
one
fishing?
point you had to borrow it, that's why I asked.
Zorag, because he's got like 7 fucking fishing tackles.
Night Hunter also has fishing tackle.
I mean, we're getting pretty late in the evening, even when we arrived here, right?
Yes, it's night at this point. It's early evening, night time.
I don't know if they heard me.
Well, we can wait and rest here. We're at least we're a bit sheltered here. And if we need to spend the night here, then we can for sure get in contact with her tomorrow.
Question DM.
Yes.
We think
What
2 points could make it through the night.
Figure it out.
What exactly do what does this dock exactly look like? Like, is there like items scattered out? Like maybe, I don't know, skins or something that I can help like build like a makeshift shelter, like from the direction the wind's been blowing? Because the wind's been blowing in a steady direction, correct? Since we've been here.
For the most part, yes.
I kind of want to make a lean-to to block out some of that, as much of that wind as possible. If I have something available.
There isn't like furs or like any equipment or anything, but the dock itself is partially shattered. So you would be able to, with a little bit of help, break up pieces of plank to do stuff. I don't know if Felicity has her tiny hut available, because that's usually what you guys use, and that's what saves your skin. But I don't know if she has that right now or not.
I have one. I have one left, and that's it.
I mean, if we can break up some of the dock, Liliana would do it so we have firewood through the night. That's helped us in the past.
Yeah, you can break it up. You will have to dry it out a little bit because it's constantly getting sprayed by water and then freezing over. So it's going to take a while to make it burnable, but eventually you'll be able to.
Got a question.
Yeah.
There's stairs that lead down to the dock, correct?
Yep, and they're made of ice.
Is there any like crevice nearby or anything like that that
Roll-
maybe some people could get into that I could just throw that large piece of wolf that I cut off to throw over the top of it that we could all kind of like a little hole?
Roll a survival or investigation check.
Well, I'm definitely doing survival. Fuck investigation. I still got to do it at disadvantage. Really, that I finally roll a nat 20, and it's so probably still ain't so bad. 16.
16.
Is that I'll just use my last knowledge as my ghost friend helps you. Add 2 to that.
18.
18. Yeah, so about a quarter of the way up the steps, you do find like a crack into the wall that's big enough you guys can get into and opens up inside. So you'd have a space that would keep you out of the wind. Still gonna be cold, but it does keep the wind off of you.
Still subdues the wind chill, so that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Can I, just so we have an in-game feel of it, I know in a meta sense that Orlin still has 2 exhaustion levels before he dies, but can I just do a medicine check on our friend here to see how he's doing?
Yeah.
Mostly to the point of Felicity of like, will he survive the night? Oh, natural 20 for a total of 28.
Yeah, how do you think Orlin shows 4 levels of exhaustion?
When you talk to him, his mind's not there. It takes him a very long time to think. His lips are probably like
Purple.
Purple, yeah. Definitely shivering. Yeah, kind of spacey. All of
Leanna's
his-
doing like a
yeah.
simple cognitive test, like follow my finger and like close your eyes, touch, like move the finger that I touch, and he's just not with it at all. But do I think he'll live another night, even if if we can't keep him warm enough?
With how cold it's been on this island and how quickly he's deteriorated, you don't know for sure. Depends on how he rolls.
Are there any rocks nearby?
I would.
With that survival check, no, unfortunately, it's all ice. You'd have to go deeper into the island
daggers,
again to do that.
bitch. Here comes the daggers, bitch. Stab.
Daggers? I have 2.
Well, I was gonna heat them up if we make a fire.
I mean, I have a flamethrower.
And there is a bonfire currently on the dock, but I assume
Yeah.
it'd be moved into the cave at some point.
I just want
I
to
would take
throw my 2
Felicity.
daggers in the fire.
I'll put mine on there too.
I would take Felicity aside since she asked about Orlin surviving the night. And under the guise of like, Felicity, I think your ballista would be helpful in breaking up some of the stock a bit quicker.
Of course.
And then as we're over there, say, it's going to be a rough night for Orlin, and possibly Zavros as well. I don't know if I picked up anything from him.
Yeah, you notice him slowing down on the way here.
The 3 of us seem to be fine, but it'll be very risky if we can't keep both of them warm enough throughout the night.
I only have 1 use left in my token, but if we don't think that that Zavros and Orlin will make it through the night, I will put up the tiny hut so that we can all live.
Yes, I think we should hold out as long as possible, because Angajuk may still arrive tonight, but...
We'll give it an hour, and we'll see from there.
Yes.
And I will actually, like, have my ballista... Are we actually wanting to destroy part of the dock?
Oh, yes, trying to get some fire.
Okay, the ballista's gonna shoot the dock
All right,
to try and break up some of the firewood, so it at least, like, looks like I am doing what we came over for me to do.
Oh, Liliana would have been, like, hacking at it with her mace, just trying to, like, physically, even just loosen it. Because we only have magic bonfires as long as Heinlein and Orlin are awake, so it'd be good to have some sort of firewood for when they need a rest.
Yep.
And as we're also breaking up, I'm gonna do, like, another minor illusion in the water of, like, I don't know if I want to do, like, words again. What'll be, like, eye-catching, like, fireworks. Like, that's unusual under the water.
That's true.
So it just kind of looks like fireworks under the water, under the dock.
Pulsing light, yeah.
Okay.
Felicity,
Yes, dear.
do you know what a whale sounds like?
Oh, yes.
Did you
Yes.
create that noise? Would they have
I can.
echolocation or something?
I'll do that as well.
Question.
It lasts for a minute. Okay.
Could I, if I were to cast, and just hear me out on this, if I were to cast, whenever you cast Speak with Animals, can you actually speak, are you speaking in their language? So I would be able to, like, cast that and speak like a whale, and she could mimic that sound?
With some checks, I would allow this, yeah. It would be,
Also, I have
on
another question
Felicity's
for
end,
you.
it
Was
would
I
be
supposed to roll advantage with that survival check? Or that
It would have been a
Constitution
flat
saving
roll.
throw?
Oh, the Constitution saving throw, you were at 3 levels?
I
of
drank, I was at 2, and I drank that potion, and I just rolled, and I got to fucking 7. So I'm wondering, was I supposed to roll advantage on that? Because I never did.
2 levels, your speed's only halved.
Yeah, so you would have had advantage.
Oh, well, it's already after the fact. I was like, wait a minute, I drank that potion.
You can
Oh,
roll
well.
again if you'd like.
I'll do the wisdom.
Just one more.
I didn't catch it. I
That's
should have caught it before. Okay, wisdom check.
What would I have to roll?
It'd be wisdom, or sorry. If you wanted to re-roll the Constitution saving throw, you could, Zavros. But if for
No.
Felicity, roll a Arcana, and Zavros, you can just talk whale, so it's not a big deal as long as you can cast a spell.
I'll just have to burn a spell slot
Yep.
for it.
If you burn the spell slot, and then Arcana check from Felicity.
26.
26. Yeah. You were able to take the noise that Zavros is making and then manipulate it into your minor illusion spell to make the same sounding noises.
And
But unfortunately, a whale's going to travel as fast as a whale can,
Yeah.
whether it
Yeah.
heard you or not.
yeah.
Yeah, and we don't even know if she heard us.
Yes.
But I will keep that in mind because I will come back and do it again within the next hour.
Oh, very good. So you guys huddling up in the cave and setting stuff up in there, or what's the plan for the eve? And are people watching on the dock? Or are you just watching in the cave? Is everybody sleeping at once and doing the Highland perception?
I can just watch at the docks.
When those daggers get heated up, I want to take 2 of them and wrap them up, and like I still got at least 1 skin. I think it's the bears. Let me double check. Yeah, the bearskin cloak. I want to like wrap it up. Like obviously grab them where I'm not going to burn my hands. I'm going to grab 2 of them, wrap them up, and just shove them inside of Orlin's shirt. Like whether he fights me or not, he's more tired than I am. I'm just going to shove him in there so it at least keeps his core
Stab
warm
me.
as best as possible. I wrapped him.
Highland's out on the dock. Are you just sitting there open to the world, or?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you resting at all? Or are you trying to stay awake
I will
to keep the
have
fire going?
Well, because with the fire, like I can bonfire and that'll light it up. I guess Orlin can do the same thing. Like once they have wood to like let that go, that'll start going. For me, I can have a bonfire for a bit, but for my 4 hours of rest, I wouldn't be able to do the bonfire. I would just have to sit there watching.
Yep.
I mean, while you're resting, Felicity and I can take watches so that you aren't.
Well, it's only 4 hours. It's not like a big. I don't know, it's not a big deal because I can watch while I'm resting is the thing.
Okay.
And that's what makes it good. Where that way we don't have to worry about like you guys interrupting sleep while you guys are trying to like rest during all of this.
I will say, because you're in a cavern, you wouldn't be able to just like fuel this fire so it'll last for 8 hours. So you would probably have to do watches in there to keep the fire going. But then Heinlein can also be doing his own watch for the whale itself.
So why aren't we casting Tiny Hut if we have somebody looking out for the whale?
Felicity's keeping it hour by hour. So she's definitely gonna be one of the ones to keep watch before while you and Zavros sleep.
Okay.
Yeah. 'Cause she doesn't have it as a spell. It's a.
It's a token.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I only have one left.
And it would suck to cast it and have the whale immediately come.
Got it. Okay.
All right. So we're gonna go to break before we do this because it's been going for a little bit, skis. I lose track of time recently with these sessions. So we're gonna take a quick break, and when we come back, we will go through our evening on the island of Solstice while we wait for Ongajuk to return. So we'll see you in a couple minutes, everybody. Oh, I thought he was gonna make it out loud on my end.
I muted it this time.
Come back to a sneeze.
Welcome back, everybody.
Sneezler's Den.
Sneezler. We are currently getting ready for our rest. From what it sounds like, Heinlein is sitting on the dock. He's keeping himself warm until he has to rest for his 4 hours.
Sitting
and then
the dock by the bay.
Felicity is keeping the fire warm to start off. How long are you going to do your watch for, Felicity?
I will go the full 4 hours. But during that first hour, I'm keeping a close eye on Orlin, and I am words. And I'm gonna create a set of brewer's supplies.
All right.
Did we want to exchange the ring?
I don't know if we need to worry about that at this moment.
Okay.
We can also figure that out off camera.
Baka, one of the things that was in my bag of holding was the alchemy kit, the alchemy supplies. Just harping back to something we were talking about earlier.
I already said everything was in there, so that's fine.
Okay. When you said brewer's kit, I was like, I remember putting that in there.
All right, so for the first hour, you're going to be doing your brewer's kit stuff?
Yeah, because it takes an hour before I can conjure it.
Okay. So you are working on. So how to conjure it? So tell me how you're using this brewer's kit, just so I can figure out how to do this.
So all I'm doing is creating it. So I'm taking like my woodcarver's tools and my tinkerer's tools, and I can create the right tool for the job.
All right. So while you're doing that for the first hour will be a disadvantage, but then everything else will be normal. Do you have exhaustion?
I do.
Okay, so it won't matter anyway. It's a disadvantage all the time. So while everybody's resting and Felicity's working on this and Heinlein is watching, Heinlein and Felicity, give me perception checks.
10.
22.
A 22. All right. Orlin,
Yeesh.
can you roll me a d20, please?
Oh my gosh,
12.
as he asked that, the thunder rumbled.
Ominous. I was a 12.
All right. Okay. You got a 12. And so, Heinlein, you're sitting out on the docks, just listening to the wind whip past you, keeping your bonfire going, waiting for this whale to show up. You don't see anything during this first 4 hours. Felicity, you get your brewing stuff all figured out. And you're busy working away, everyone looking up at Orlin every once in a while, and at the large dragon egg and stag head behind him as he rests, and watching over everybody. You don't see anything or hear anything.
For the next 3 hours. So the first hour I'm creating the kit, and then the rest of my watch, I am going to use some of the honey and some of the beer from my alchemy kit to... Oh, this has been a very long time. And I'm going to try and make as close representation of the honey mead as I can.
I don't know enough about brewing to know if this makes sense or not, but it's a magical world, so I don't care. Roll me a... how do we want to do this? I'm flipping through my book as if the skills are in the book. Do a intelligence check with... You have proficiency in brewing kit, I assume.
I do.
Then intelligence check with proficiency.
This is a disadvantage. Is not bad. It was a 16 and 11, so 11 plus 9 is a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Yeah, it tastes pretty damn close to the honey mead from Good Mead.
And yeah, and then after my watch, I would wake up Sister Liliana.
All right. Sister Liliana. Heinlein, are you taking your rest at this point, or are you going to continue to watch? It's been 4 hours.
Well, I can do both. I just wouldn't have the bonfire out.
Okay. We'll do your con save for this one then.
Just by the fire, if you wouldn't mind refilling that container for Zavros.
Yes, I can take care of that.
All right. So, Heinlein, perception check and constitution saving throw for me.
Okay.
And then Liliana, you can do a perception check.
Okay.
9.
$23 for both of them.
Nice. Yeah, Heinlein, again, quiet watch out there. Liliana, you don't notice anything happening with inside the cave?
Nothing enters my domain that I do not know of.
Orlin and Zavros seem to be remaining stable in our little cave here.
From what you can tell, yes.
Okay.
Keeping the fire going has been helping quite a bit, especially because you're in an enclosed area.
Liliana's gonna do something maybe stupid. I want to try and get that flask of scary magic water away from Zavros.
All right. Zavros, what's your passive?
I won't tell you.
I'll just look. It is...
Say it.
15. So, with advantage, roll a sleight of hand, because you're directly interacting with Zavros.
Because Liliana does not want this to exist in our possession anymore, she's going to call upon her holy power and cast Bless upon herself as well.
All right.
Didn't even have the opportunity to RP, but I wanted to RP, man.
Well,
Sorry, man. Ooh. Sleight of hand, that is a 19.
19 passes Zavros' sleeping perception.
I grab this small flask of
I put it
concentrated.
by my taint.
You were sleeping, unfortunately, and she's able to tickle your taint on her way out.
that's where it was.
I just wanted someone to say it.
Liliana like checks pockets and then goes, okay, if you're gonna hide it somewhere, and then just like whoop, scoops right up underneath there.
At least I got a physical, you know.
At least I got something out of this.
But yeah, holding this concentration of Oriel's magic in her hand now, she's going to step out of this little cave and huck that flask into the water so it sinks below.
You huck it into the water. It doesn't sink because it does have a lot of air in it. So it does kind of bob on top and starts to float.
I literally did not want to throw that in the water for that very fucking reason.
Do I notice this?
What was you see
I'm watching
you hear the
at the
splash.
docks.
Yeah. You hear the
Also, don't know
splash.
what
You-
will happen if it like mixes in with the ocean water.
It's just
I have
all the
no
ocean
idea.
becomes
I
corrupted.
was gonna dump it out on the land.
Yes, you hear the splash and you see like something small kind of bobbing as it floats out to sea.
If seeing that it's still floating, Liliana will shoot a sacred flame at it so that it sinks.
All right. Yeah, you shoot sacred flame at it. The top of it bursts and it starts to take in water and sinks.
Hope
Did
this
you
has
stop?
no oceanic repercussions.
This is what creates those things in Lost Song 3 years later. They were breaking out of people's stomachs.
Oh,
Not
no.
caring much for the alcohol anymore.
No. It's never sat well with me. Made too many poor decisions while under its influence.
That's fair. I could tell because you clearly didn't want any when Zavros was offering you some.
You should have known better. We've traveled long enough together.
I don't make it a habit of judging people on their individual preferences, so
Better without the temptation.
no
Liliana.
sign of the whale yet, so get your rest while you can.
Zavros and Heinlein seem to be
Who?
not sorry. Zavros and Orlin seem to be stable at least, so we should be able to make it through the night.
If you were to look back at the cave, you would see Felicity wrapped around the two of them, trying to keep both, or like laying on top of them, you know, like cats do, trying to keep them warm.
Yeah, I hate when my cat does that. Or like constantly is like
foolish.
moving, like rotating around.
That's foolish. I grew up, when I grew up, I had like 10 kittens at one point. You'd have 2 with you every night.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. You're gonna take Felicity on top of you and you're gonna like it.
Liliana will go back into the cave then.
Alright.
All right. While we were doing this part of the rest, Felicity, give me a wisdom saving throw.
Getting that itch.
You're muted.
2.
2. You have no dreams that you recall during this time. Right. there is 4 more hours worth of rest to get everybody a full rest. So, Liliana, are you foreboding your full rest, or are you waking somebody else up? It'd have to be Zavros or Orlin, which have finished a full rest by this point. So if you guys want to regain everything and get rid of 1 level of exhaustion, you two are clear. So is Heinlein. But we still have to finish off Felicity and Liliana's rests.
Yeah. Who would she wake up? Because Liliana's definitely gonna wake up one of them. She'll shake Zavros awake since he was the more coherent of them even beforehand. Say, I need to get some sleep, but Orlin seems to be doing better. We haven't heard anything from the whale yet.
What did you do with my Oriel juice? No. I'll make sure that he is stable.
If things go south, wake up Felicity.
I'll nod to that.
Then Liliana will go to sleep.
All right. Perception checks from Heinlein and Zavros then.
This advantage is beautiful. God damn it! All my nat 20s have been with disadvantage. This is some bullshit.
Well, when you roll with disadvantage for everything, it comes with the territory.
See, this is how Zavros is the opposite of Zorak, because he rolls advantage with everything. So that is 17 from my perception.
Yeah, I rolled like shit. With my knowledge from past life, I got 13.
With a 17.
What did Sister Liliana do with the beer that Felicity made?
She would have combined it with the jug that she had.
There's probably some still left over.
That's 15. That's 15.
15? All right. 17 you had Zavros?
Yes.
17. Zavros doesn't see what happened. But you don't see anything else. Heinlein, as you're sitting there waiting, about half an hour into this part of the watch, you do see a spray of ocean water go straight up into the air. It's a ways out still. It's just like on the you can barely see it against the moonlight even. Your dark vision doesn't quite reach as far, but what's there of the moon, and the moon it seems to be, it got full at one point while you're on this island, you know that much. So it is still pretty full, but yes, you do see it off in the distance.
I take my sword and have it help me stand up as I'm looking out towards that area. No, they probably won't notice. That won't do anything. I was gonna give another signal out to them, but if I turn back, everyone's probably still in the cave, right?
Yep.
Okay. I'll start heading towards the cave.
Okay.
As I enter it, Ungajuke's on her way. She's probably more than 120 feet out.
It shouldn't take long to get here then. I guess I'll start waking everyone.
I know it's a bit way out, but I just saw her spray. So
I guess I'll start waking everyone.
Right. So Liliana and Felicity, you haven't finished yet, but you're about to ride a whale, which you know takes a while, so it'll be easy enough to finish that up there. Yeah. You begin waking people. And unless there's anything you want to do, you start heading down to the docks, waiting for her. It doesn't take too much longer, and you see the boat on her back begin to rise as she also rises on the water line. And turns to the side so that her mouth is out of the water, as well as Sorry, it took longer than expected. I had to be far enough away the rock couldn't get me, but the fish and the dolphins brought me word you were ready to leave.
And I'm thankful for the dolphins to let you know that we were ready. Hopefully you weren't injured in any way.
Oh, the rock didn't seem to come after me. It was preoccupied most of the time you were here.
Heading east, correct?
I did see it as it was heading out, yes.
I was
Thank
kind
you
of hanging
for
my head down.
thank you for coming as fast as you could.
Of course. If you're ready to return, she'll kind of turn back into the water so that the boat's upright. Y'all can climb
Collect
down
my-
into it.
Yeah, I'll collect my brewer's kit.
I assume you use the disc to lower the egg and the deer head down into it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm helping Old Man Gray.
And she begins to
The
descend.
old helping the old.
Descend underwater once again, and the magical air bubble forms around the boat as she goes under. And you know it's going to be a little bit shorter of a time than the original time because she doesn't have to look for a moving island this time. It's just a straight shot, but it's still going to be about a day and a half worth of her swimming. So if there's anything you want to do during that time, you would gain another full rest during this point.
Hey.
But yeah, if there's anything you want to cleanse, anything you want to roleplay, or just do or say during this time.
Yes.
I'll say Heinlein probably doesn't have much that he would initiate or do anything, but you do see that he's getting like more and more irritable as time goes on, as like the next day goes on, as the day and a half goes on. He's just getting more and more like just irritable.
I'm gonna wait until do I notice Heinlein getting more irritable?
I just said that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I mean, like, I understand that, but like,
Yeah.
I think he isn't trying to hide it, so I think you would notice it.
Yeah, I think Heinlein's he's pretty straightforward as a person. So like I think he often, even when he's trying to hide his feelings about things, he often still is like betrayed by his actions.
there's still like
he wears his heart on his
emotional response.
Yeah, he's like wears his heart on his sleeve too much.
The first day after Liliana would gain her rest, she would take one of the rings that we got from the treasure hoard, one of the giant-sized rings, and motion to Orlin and say, I think I can relieve what happened to you during that trial. Just place your hands on this ring with me. And I'm going to, using that ring as the component, cast Greater Restoration on Orlin.
All right.
I feel normal.
I feel like me.
Does it work?
It works.
Okay, I think how I imagine it happening is as Orlin is holding onto this ring and Liliana is as well, just this white frost starts to be pulled out of his hands and starts coating the ring as it slowly starts to degrade and corrode until it's worthless, like iron or even less than that. And then Liliana would toss it aside after the spell is done.
This giant ring just clunk, clunk, clunk in the boat. As you toss it aside, Liliana, just maybe it was like just how the water's refracting the way things look in here, or maybe it's just you've been through a lot lately. You think you see the part where the bag of holding closes, where Orland's holding it. You think you see it shift, but nothing after that.
Shift, like just move in general, or like towards something?
It just kind of moves in general. It looks like it might have been about to open, but you don't know for sure. You just barely caught anything, if it was anything.
Suspicious. If other people don't have something, there's something else I would like to do on this first day then. Is ritually cast commune so that I can talk with my deity or a divine proxy and ask it 3 questions.
All right. Which one are you asking? You have 2, right?
Yeah, I would go with I don't know how to say it. Milil? What the god of song and poetry.
All right.
I can put the stuff in the chat if you need it as well.
I think I've got it here. Yeah, I've looked at it before too. All right.
The first thing I would ask is, are the parents of this dragon still alive? Meaning the silver dragon egg.
Yes. Their whereabouts are unknown to me. I do not sense their presence.
Okay, that doesn't bode well. I'm gonna assume dead then. I have 2 more questions. That's the only one I really thought of. Shoot. Will Oriel be stronger at the glacier?
Stronger than you last saw her.
Will the... Will the dragon hatch in the next month?
Yes.
Ooh, okay, timeline.
Did you feel the divine connection fade?
Cool. That's all I got.
All right.
When Sister Liliana would come out of, I don't know how she does her thing, but Felicity is standing there leaning heavily on her cane, just watching and waiting.
Yes, sorry. Yes?
I need your help with something. I would like to return what I took from Zavros, but I don't feel that I'd be able to do it alone. Might end up trying to stash it for myself.
I can certainly be there with you if that would be. I mean, we're on a tiny boat together, so I'll kind of be there anyways. But
Since it's still in your possession, I would feel more comfortable if you were the one to hand it over than for me to get my hands on it again.
yes, I can. I can take care of that.
Then I would find Zavros on this very tiny boat.
Yeah, you turn around, Zaros is right there. This boat can hold 8 people. It's not very big.
Zavros, dear.
Ah, dude.
So I can't really explain what happened, but coming out of the isolation room, this odd compulsion came over me, one that's not usually something that I do, and I took something that belonged to you, and I would like to return it.
Oh, what did you take?
It's to Liliana.
Liliana will fish out of her bag the jug of honey mead.
Not perfect, but it's the closest I could do with what I had.
Well, seemed you and Heinlein and Orlin were all acting kind of strangely, so... Hey, at least you told me.
Yeah, when I took it, I was not thinking clearly, but every time I would have a few drinks, I would regret what I did.
I'm gonna take a quick swig, and how does it taste?
It tastes really close to honey mead. It's like there's something very, very, like you can't put your finger on it why it doesn't taste exactly the same, but it's, again, pretty damn close.
It tastes close enough. I mean, surely if we could recreate this, it'd be the closest thing the Tin Towns will have to honey mead for quite some time.
I mean, if I made it with actual mead and not beer, it would probably taste better.
That might be what it's missing. I'll have to go to one of the, well, I say have to go to one of the bigger towns, but then again, one of the bigger towns, we kind of went out into the wilderness and killed some guys or whatever.
I'm sorry, what?
Holy shit, was Liliana there for that?
Yes, that's where you met Liliana.
When we
Felicity
went
was-
out and killed the guards?
We met Liliana, and then when we were leaving, it was like
Okay, because I was about to say, you met Liliana when I convinced Orlin to go help them, and he was like, shh.
But Felicity wasn't there.
Felicity wasn't there. I was like, don't worry about it. I'll take this opportunity to search myself since someone just admitted to stealing to me.
You investigation.
I do have a thing the second
only-
night.
Let me check
You're
something.
lucky, Felicity. Where I come from, thieves
Only got an 11.
get their hands cut off.
I mean, it's a pretty important item that you had on you, and you know what you have on you. You know the vial's gone.
You would have felt that there was no flask between, like, next to your taint.
Yeah. No, that was a joke, by the way. I do not stash important items by my tank because
Remember, if you're robbing Tommy
the bow
Taco,
would feel very
the important stuff is at the taint.
this son of a bitch. Knowing that's gone, I'll just look towards Liliana, and I'll kind of like close my eyes and I'll just kind of nod.
A single tear.
No tears, just a kind of moment where I was like,
Single
Okay.
tear rolls down his taint.
Yeah.
Liliana,
down his taint, yes,
um,
fall sweat.
meeting eyes with Zavros, Liliana would just say, I held onto the jug for Felicity to remove any temptations. I thought that was best for the situation, both then and moving forward.
She's sucking on her new jug.
Well, hopefully it wasn't distributed by any large bodies of water. That's all I'll say.
But for the next sleep, Felicity rolled a 19 wisdom for dreams.
That day after Liliana, it's nothing big, but after Liliana fixed Orlin, he obviously said thank you. And he's been wearing this this mask since we went to go fight Auril.
Shit, I forgot you put that on.
Yeah, he's gonna take that off, and he just kind of holds it for a while, and he starts to tear up and cry. But if anybody like approached him, he would just be like, "Yeah, it's nothing." So, just want to throw that in. That's what he did.
Sorry, bro. I know it's like a serious emotional thing, and like I wouldn't be like this towards people actually doing this, but it's just kind of a funny scenario where like we're all like trapped underwater on this boat on a whale with darkness all around us in a close case, and all we hear is Orly going.
So you know that thing that
As he
pets
sobs
do
in a corner. Like I was like,
when Felicity gets a spare moment, you know that thing that pets do, like when you're upset or mad, they're just like at your feet. That's kind of like what Felicity does when there's nothing else that she's doing. She's just kind of
lays down on
curled
people's
up.
feet.
She just curls up.
Full
at
ass
Orlin's
humanoid.
Yeah.
If she does that to Zavros straight up, the fact that she is just made of fur, I'm like, this is warm as fuck.
feet. I slept on you and
I'm
Orlin.
not complaining. I am not complaining at all. It feels so warm.
So she doesn't say anything, but just curls up there.
While
Yeah.
we're doing this,
Yeah.
if me and Liliana have some time alone,
Well,
like
You're-
not alone, but like where everyone just kind of just doing their own thing, I do want to turn to her. And I want to whisper, like, not like I'm. It's kind of like a personal conversation. I'm trying to.
Yeah.
I'm not necessarily trying to whisper, but I'm not being loud.
yeah.
So, Liliana, you worship what this world calls deities and whatnot, correct?
Yes. Yes.
So like, this is kind of strange for me, this place. Do you think we're doing the right thing? I only ask this because it seems like no one did anything for 2 years, and I mean, I can't attest that anyone's tried to stop it before, because obviously saw some frozen shit on that island.
I do believe we are doing the right thing, but on a cosmic scale, Auriel is what I know enough just based off of conversations that Auriel is considered like an evil deity, quote unquote.
she's not a nice one.
Yeah. I mean, Auriel is acting according to her nature. She is not a pleasant deity. She is also not meant to be here. She ran from her home plane because of her own actions, and she has decided to plague us with this winter, and we've decided that that isn't acceptable for even just our lives.
Well, hopefully we can help out this one place. That's all I care about right now.
She has done unknowable harm to the 10 towns over these years. And the question as to why something was not done before, we don't know the answer to that, but we are making pretty good progress on doing something about it now. So I would take comfort in that.
There was a full moon while we were on that island, correct?
Mm-hmm. No, so it seems like.
You noticed the full moon while we were here?
We've warned many of the towns that, or I'm pretty sure we have, that they should stop the rituals. It is still their choice to do them and participate in them.
True, but obviously we're going to be going to the glacier, but I would like to help some people. I've noticed people here have a tendency of following a crowd, so to speak.
I think it'll be very telling when Oriel no longer flies across the night sky that perhaps the sacrifices aren't needed on the full moons anymore.
Well, to the glacier then.
Yes.
And then I'll just walk up to the head. Could you hear us while we're in this bubble?
Yeah.
So I'll just kind of nod and I'll just say, thank you, Liliana. Everything that's been happening. It's been kind of hard to center myself.
Since we got on that island, it's been hells on this plane. It's good that we're leaving there, if nothing else.
I'll just nod and I'll just walk up to the front of the boat if anyone else has anything before I continue with what I'm doing.
I think everybody's clear for this day. And remember, this is Felicity's talking about it when
Hold
she's
on.
muted.
Sorry, I was just looking something up. This is still the first day. We haven't slept.
This is still the first day, yes.
I would have filled my not my flask, but my water skin up with whatever beer, and at dawn, I would have filled my alchemy jug with poison.
All right.
And I would like to attempt
Drink it.
to make with my herbalist kit to make basically like a poison dip for Zavros's arrows.
Yeah, that's easy enough. Yeah, you can.
And I would cast enhance ability on myself for intelligence check.
Okay. Okay, roll intelligence with proficiency. An advantage if you don't have exhaustion.
I do not.
Alright.
So 13 plus 9, 22.
Yeah, you can make poison for his arrows. Yeah, you can do that.
We can deal with how many. And I would give them to him when we're done. But that's all I want to do that day.
And then you can finish your things, Avros.
I want to approach the front of the boat and I want to just kind of talk with Ongajuk for a moment. And I want to ask, ooh,
You do know her side of the conversation is going to be available for everybody to hear because she has to speak loud enough to reverberate through the water.
I want to say, Ongajuk, the Great, I thank you personally for bringing us to the island. I'm glad you were able to hear my words and understand our desperation. I can't help but think of you risked yourself bringing us here, and there should be a good reward for you. And I want to ask you what you feel would be good compensation for helping us that live above the waters. I do understand that many of us above the waters hunt whales, and the fact that you were able to put your life on the line to help us means a great deal.
Removing that rock is a great help to me, but if you are looking to pay it forward even more, helping protect from the hunters is nice. Also, I enjoy an octopus once in a while.
Do you know where I can find those? In these waters, obviously.
Yes, you usually have to go a little bit deeper. They don't go near the shores during this cold time.
I will definitely keep that in my mind. And as far as the rock goes, well, we'll definitely try our best to take care of that.
Yes, one less thing to try and kill me is always good.
Also, and I'm going to turn to everyone as I say this, as far as people who are looking to hunt legendary whales, I think we might have that covered. Thanks again. I wanted to thank you.
Thank you for all you've been doing, Zavros.
Not gonna thank anyone else, huh? No, I'm just...
No, you're the only one talking to me.
Yeah,
Everybody else just thinks I'm a bus.
Magic school bus.
Are we gonna go in that boy's bloodstream?
There's nothing else for this day. We can move to the next day. Everybody can do the rest, which you'd already done if you did it when I first brought it up. Because it only takes a day and a half, and the first day was part of that stuff. Is there anything mechanically you want to do on the second day? If you want to roleplay more stuff, you can.
I rolled a 19 for that sleep.
Yes, you did. So while you are sleeping, Flisty, you get visions. What?
I'm gonna start drawing on your floors.
You get visions of figures in the snow. You count about 22. You can't quite make them out. There's two that are much larger than the others. You get visions of eyes in the darkness and flashes of long fangs dripping with blood, as well as at the very last moment you see this blue billowing cloaks in the wind standing next to a large white bird, and as you are looking at it, she turns around and you see the face of Ariel in the first form you saw her in, the snowy owl, the large snowy owl with horns. And as she looks at where the camera, but your vision is, you come out of your sleep.
He knows we're coming.
On the second day.
And there are drawings of, I'm guessing, what looks like vampires.
Damn.
Dark eyes and blood dripping.
Yeah.
I'm assuming vampires.
This campaign's getting hot, son.
A bunch of them.
Oh no. Ooh-wee, those fangs that are meant for me. Kill me.
I want to flip through Valine's spellbook.
Alright.
And is it just purely spells? Or is there any
yes.
writings?
It is just spells.
Okay. Could I
also?
attempt to learn one or no? Because I know, like, usually you need to get paper.
I don't know how the crystal works with that. Can you just put them in there, slap them up in there, or this is a question for Dyto.
What?
The crystal spell book, can you just slap spells in there, or how do you put spells into it?
All you have to do is spend the gold for it. You don't need material components.
Yeah,
Oh, sweet.
I will give you the spells, and if you want to spend gold for any of them, you can.
Yeah.
But I do want to clarify with Felicity's visions. The visions of all the dark figures standing in the snow, separate from the eyes in the darkness and the blood-soaked fangs. Just so you're aware.
Okay.
One
Okay.
vampire, not a room full of vampires.
As far as spells in Valine's spellbook, she has Chill Touch, Light, Mage Hand, Message, Prestidigitation. I went quicker because those are cantrips. First levels: Comprehend Languages, Detect Magic, Ray of Sickness, Tasha's Hideous Laughter. As far as second levels: Dark Vision, Hold Person, Ray of Enfeeblement. Third levels: Animate Dead, Liamin's Tiny Hut, Vampiric Touch, and then fourth levels: Arcane Eye and Blight.
What would I have to roll to recognize what the fanged figures? I know Dyto knows what it is. To recognize what they are.
Heard about
Arcana,
vampire
nature?
creatures before.
Arcana, yeah.
Okay. Arcana. Ooh, that's a natural 16 plus 9, 25.
Yeah, and like thinking back, trying to recollect it too now that you're in a conscious state. They do seem elongated even for whatever creature this is a part of, because they don't seem like humanoid teeth outside of the elongated ones. But they do seem vampiric in nature. And while you were getting that vision, very faintly, you could hear laughter. What sounded like laughter, I should say. So however you take that.
I'm gonna be using my minor illusion to replay that laughter like as a whisper in my ear so I don't forget what it sounds like.
All right.
I can place it.
Felicity just keeps playing Feel Good Inc.
Yeah. And I will say, it doesn't sound humanoid in tone, the laughter.
Yeah.
Well, humanoid is a loose term to use.
Sensing Heinlein's growing irritation as we've been on this boat, I would approach him with one of the rings as well and say, if you wish, I don't know if it'll have any effect, but you seem to be affected by something since we've come out of the trial. If you wish, I can try to remove it if you are not enjoying your state of mind.
I guess I'm not sure exactly what you're referring to.
You, in the trial of preservation, seemed especially aggressive towards Isar, to the fact of attacking him after he was already dead. That isn't something I had seen you done previously, so I wasn't sure if there was anything that had happened. I know Orlin and Felicity were changed coming out of the isolation.
I don't exactly think that there's anything while there might be change happens as we absorb new things in our everyday lives. But if you think this will do something, and you're seeing something I'm not, then perhaps I'll try it out. But I can't tell you that I think it's gonna do anything at all. And I put a hand on the ring.
I will cast Greater Restoration again with that same process. As I set aside this ring, I look at Orland's bag, wherever he is, to see if it twitches again.
You don't see it move at all.
I'm currently like holding it and puppeting it. Oh, I'm Mr. Bag.
As I said, I'm
Yes, you
like,
just see it moving.
never mind. I don't think you've done anything to help him.
Liliana looks and goes, probably not. Sorry.
So, Madness is cured, however that changes your character or doesn't change your character, up to you.
And Liliana, after it's done, would say, I hope, if nothing else, this clears any confusion about your purpose, or any, not confusion, distractions from your purpose here.
No. I'm sorry, I don't feel any different at all.
Then that is acceptable as well. I didn't know what effect it would have either. Something happened, and she'll point to the ring, but as you said,
Maybe it's
people
just
change.
that sometimes when a door opens, it lets in something that can't be put back out. And then he'll like irritatedly go like shift back to another spot of the boat as he stares out into the depths of the ocean.
All right. Anything else anybody wants to do before we hit shore?
Javros.
Yes, Olin.
All right. Pick a potion, any potion.
I've got 3 potions. Fire resistance, force resistance, and acid resistance.
I'll trade you this potion, any of these 3, for 100 gold.
Why don't you just ask me for 100 gold?
I could do that, but then I feel like I owe you something. And you know,
This is a good fucking opportunity, actually. I'm gonna put my hand on his shoulder. I'm gonna say, old man, like, if anything, you saved me from freezing to death 2 years ago.
and a shitty friend I've been since.
You've been a person hoping you've been doing the right thing. That's all of us are. I'm gonna count out 100 gold and just hand it to him. And I will look at him dead in the eyes when I hand it to him, and I'll just say, just don't forget who you are and what you're doing.
Thank you. But seriously, take one of these potions.
I'll take the force. I'm sure you should grab the force one.
You hand him the force potion, and as you're putting the other potions back, you think, I had another one at least.
Yeah,
Where
cold resistance
is that potion of cold resistance? And that's where we end the episode.
Oh shit.
So, thank you so much for joining us today on this session of Icewind Dale, Rime the Frostmaiden. We made our swim our way back to shore, and we're going to be rising to shore, all the shore that goes to shore, next session. So, thank you so much. Be sure to follow all my wonderful players on their wonderful social medias, wherever they may or may not use them, and we will see you next week, I think. Yes, we should be able to see you next week. Have a good week, everybody.
Bye.